Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now September 6th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of fans around the world have really been looking forward to the future of Star Wars by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, if you would want to go ahead and check me out at Mike01 on Twitter, I do post a couple of fun things on there if you would like to go ahead and check that out. Now, we're in a very interesting phase right now because Jon Favreau really has a lot on his plate. He's really working very hard on the Ahsoka Tano series, on the Book of Boba Fett, and others out there with Dave Filoni. He really is trying his absolute best to really bring Star Wars back to its roots, back to the vision of George Lucas and what it really means, to actually have George Lucas pretty much involved with the philosophy of the franchise. Now, with that being said, of course, we do know that Jon and Dave really want to make sure that the Star Wars fans are going to get everything that they have been asking for quite a long time now. They are bringing back a majority of Star Wars Legends, so that's one thing to really be proud of, is the fact that Legends is coming back in a very big and significant way. That's also going to be announced by this November. We're going to be learning more and more about exactly how Legends is going to fit into the picture of the new Star Wars universe moving ahead, as well as over at Star Wars Celebration next year. So, on top of all of this, we all know that the big thing that happened back in February of this year with Gina Carano when she was fired improperly by LUCASFILM / Kathleen Kennedy, we all know that she was fired very much in an unfair way, and a lot of fans disagree with that. So, right now, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. A lot of projects are being made. A lot of decisions are being called for by Disney CEO Bob Chapek. A lot of things really are brewing in order to satisfy the entire fandom. So, with that being said, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are beginning to work on the Ahsoka Tano series for Disney+, as well as The Mandalorian Season 3, they are also getting ready to release the Book of Boba Fett, which is said to hold many surprises for the fandom. Recently, Lucasfilm has been making major changes to the brand behind the scenes in order to evolve the franchise into something new and more respectful for the fans that supported it all from the very beginning. However, it's said that actress Gina Carano is said to make her return in both The Mandalorian Season 4 as well as a brand new unannounced Star Wars TV series for Disney+. Now, creator Jon Favreau is said to be the one who pushed for Carano's rehiring for both Mando Season 4 and this mystery project that will be announced this November, and that the higher-ups over at Disney agreed to allow Carano to return as Cara Dune. However, it's currently unclear as to how big of a role she will have in the 4th season of The Mandalorian. Disney and Lucasfilm are set to make this announcement at Star Wars Celebration in 2022 of the return of Cara Dune in the Star Wars universe. Now, though Gina Carano did not make the cut for Season 3, which is already set to begin filming at Disney, and as Disney wanted to avoid rewrites and production delays, her return to the 4th season is said to be done in a very unexpected and surprising way that will take the fans by shock. Carano is said to have had conversations already with Favreau about all of this and her return to the mandoverse. Disney CEO is set to make an announcement of the Star Wars roadmap by this November that will show fans a detailed timeline of the new shows and movies to be released in the near future, with an updated timeline to be revealed at Star Wars Celebration as well. Now, in addition to all of this, completely separate from all of this, what Favreau is planning for Cara Dune is for her to have scenes with Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano in this series. This is Favreau's grand plan for the two characters to hold a team-up sequence in the 4th season of Mando that is going to hold ties to the new version of Rangers of the New Republic that is aimed to release sometime in 2024. Kathleen, however, of course, is described to be against this idea of Carano returning to the Star Wars franchise. Now, what pushed Disney to allow Carano to have the chance to step back into Star Wars is that Disney heard the fans speaking up about the comparison of James Gunn getting rehired after what was uncovered on Twitter and why Gina Carano was not given a second chance in comparison to Gunn. This actually pushed Disney to make a right call and decision to bring her back into the series, and that much of this will be announced at Celebration of 22. Favreau is getting ready to market the Book of Boba Fett by this October, which is when the trailer is supposed to drop for the fans to witness, as well as a trailer for the Kenobi TV series this December when the Book of Boba drops. So, let me just say one thing here, is that this really is coming as a big surprise, because obviously a lot of fans never really expected, a lot of things to happen at Celebration when it comes to major announcements, something around the lines of this. I think that what Disney is really trying to do is that they're really trying to win back a lot of fans that were very much disgusted with what happened to Gina Carano. Obviously, this is some form of damage control. I don't think that Disney would have done this if enough fans did not speak up. But enough fans did speak up, and things seem to be moving in the right direction. Now, sadly, we talked about this the other day, is that Gina will not be in Season 3 of Mando. That is an absolute no right now. And that's kind of sad in a way, because that means we're not going to see Gina at the very least until sometime in 2023, given that Mando Season 2 is going to drop next year, with Season 4 dropping in, of course, 23. Now, the thing about Gina Carano, what made the character so special, or should I say Cara Dune, is what happened to Gina Carano. Prior to that, I think it's pretty safe to say here that a lot of fans weren't really paying all that much attention, to Cara Dune as much as they were until Gina Carano was fired. I feel like that her firing literally gave more value to the character. It did. It absolutely did. Without a question, it really did. So, it's no surprise that Kathleen Kennedy has problems with the Disney higher-ups agreeing with Jon Favreau to bring back Gina Carano into the equation as Cara Dune in Mando Season 4 in this mystery project. Let's get to this mystery project. What in the world is it? We're going to be learning more about it this November. This most likely, as I say, is going to be the reformed version of Rangers of the New Republic. Given that the reformed version of Rangers, unfortunately, is not going to be focusing on Cara Dune, but in a way it turned out to be better because it's going to be focusing more on fan-favorite characters. And what they're really trying to do is that they're trying to focus on a post-Return of the Jedi era that's going to lead up to the Battle of Jakku. So it's going to start exactly just days after the Battle of Endor, and it's going to move through time, months, and eventually to a full-on year after the Battle of Endor, showing us the official fall of the Empire on Jakku. That, to me, I think is absolutely stunning. We only got glimpses of the Battle of Jakku in the Battlefront video game, and that was about it. So, overall, I think that Disney and Lucasfilm, they're beginning to open their eyes on what they really need to do to bring Star Wars back, to really bring Star Wars back into the limelight, to make it more respectful for the fans. They already are bringing back Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader / Anakin in the Kenobi TV series, as well as in the Ahsoka series as well. That's a good start and all, but you can't just rely on that and that itself. They gotta keep being very consistent with really pleasing the fans, not just with fan service, but also with good storytelling and character development. If they got that in their book, then they're really gonna move ahead perfectly. I have a lot of faith in the Book of Boba Fett, by the way, by Robert Rodriguez, John, and Dave. They're going to really pull things off very, very well. So I would like to hear what you guys have to say about all this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.